Good afternoon. This is Ifan from the Strategic Day Trader, and this is your market wrap for September 14th, 2020. SPY up 1.3%, Qs up 1.74. We got a little bit of a gap up. We still have resistance here to the left. That's still going to be my line in the sand going into tomorrow. So I'll still be bearish until we get over 282.20 on the Qs and over 342.53 on the SPY. Okay, so coming into today bearish, expecting rallies to get sold. We didn't really get much of anything today. We got the gap up, and then we kind of just got stuck sideways here. Came in a little bit in the afternoon, but I don't think much of anything going on here. Let's take a look at the daily. See, yeah, it's a pretty small bar here on the Qs, or on the SPY, even smaller on the Qs here, just relative to the average size daily bar and especially to the recent bar. So a little bit of a rest today, a little bit of a pause in the Qs and SPY here. So going into tomorrow, same bias that we had coming into today, going to be bearish until we break this hourly downtrend. Now, the more that we kind of settle and the more that we kind of base up towards this top without breaking it, that is going to be more indicative of us transitioning out of this hourly downtrend, right? But we'll see. We'll see. I think for now, I'm just going to keep it simple. Just over this pivot there that I already outlined on the Qs and SPY. That'll trigger like a daily buy setup. Okay, and then if that starts to set up something on the hourly that resembles an uptrend, then we'll switch to a bullish bias. But for now, waiting for that to get taken out before going neutral, and then kind of wait and see after that. All right, but gonna remain bearish going into tomorrow. All right, two plays from me today. If you did the open with me, we went through all the gaps. Told you which ones were my favorites, and then the favorites didn't really set up, so then the focus was on scanning. Now eventually, later into the morning, I did like the weakness that this KR was showing here. It was basing towards the bottom, so I did play this underneath this little bit of consolidation. The 20 MA caught up, okay, and kind of the way that it started, I didn't really like it too much. It kind of got that initial drop from basically where the stop was, and so I said, you know, they don't really like the way we dropped. Let's go ahead and bring the stop down. Originally it was going to be over 25, and I said let's bring it down to over 20. Just bring it down a little bit. It was still going to be a loss if it trailed out, and it did. You can see here it initially looked okay. We brought the stop down at that point, and then right here we got kicked out of it. Okay, and it went up some more after that, and it did end up staying kind of weak here into the close. I didn't really see any other good setups to get back in it short. Here was the daily, which I thought was fine. You can see it looks like the daily is losing the uptrend, trying to roll over, gapping up underneath this bottoming tail here. So I thought the play was fine. It just didn't end up following through, and then I didn't really see an entry that I liked to get back in it. Stayed weak. So I remember also the reward to risk was also really tight on this to begin with. So I knew that if it didn't show me that there was like the urgency I was looking for, I didn't really want to play it again. So that was the first play. KR took a loss on that. And then we went to the MRSN, which was showing a lot of strength here, basing bullishly. 5-minute 20 MA caught up. So then this was the next play. Played this breakout here. Targets were 23.90 and 24.50. So we got those pretty easily. Yeah, I got there pretty quickly there. 23.90 came up pretty quick over lunch. And then when we came out of lunch, we took the next piece, the next target, 24.50. And then I said trail the rest 15-minute bar by bar, because we had a nice kind of 15-minute trend going on here. Now, so we weren't in it here for this last new high here, but and so we got out of it right underneath that. I think 24, 28. I think I got filled like 21 when it trailed out. Okay, because I gave it a few cents because this had like 4 or 5 cents spread, which is not bad at all. We were using like a almost 60-cent stop, so you know, 4 or 5 cent spread is manageable with that size stop. So And that was nice. That was more than doubled what we lost on the KR, so that more than made up for it. So that was a nice follow through on that breakout there. And management, I don't have a problem with. Management was fine on this. Targets were, I think, pretty good. Here was where the first one came from. Top of this bar was 2386. So I was saying 2390. And then the second one was 2450 just because it was 2 Rs. We were into this topping tail here, which the top of that was 2497. I didn't really think we would get there necessarily today. Would have been great if we did. That was going to be the final target. But I figured we'd probably end up trailing this thing because it already kind of had a nice move, and the market wasn't really moving. Market was coming in a bit here at the end of the day, so I thought that's not going to help us. But overall, still nice. Okay, especially during now when things are slowing down a little bit. I think if the market starts to get more volatile, we'll see more trades. Things will pick up again, but we are still waiting for the next earnings season to get lots of gaps. So I thought, we did a decent job today. Okay. All right. Hope you had a good day today. We'll be back at it tomorrow, and I will talk to you then. Have a good evening.